What's up, guys? Lex here. Today I'm going to be giving you a review of my Pioneer General Leathercraft powerlifting belt. This belt is one that I've owned for approximately a year and a half, and before purchasing and using this, I used my 4-inch power belt by Inzer for probably about 4 years. So, what made me make the switch? Well, with the 4-inch belt, I was having a lot of issues with hitting my hips, digging into my rib cage during squats and deadlifts, and also just the general stiffness of the Inzer. After 4 years, it actually just was the same stiffness as it was when it came out of the box. And the break-in period, I guess, is probably a decade, and it was just not working for me. So I sought, I went out on a journey, a quest to seek the perfect weightlifting belt. And I guess I can say that I found it, at least for me, for my personal opinion. I found out about this company from the Starting Strength forums online, and the company is a small company. It's a family-owned company out of Texas, and the owner and proprietor, his name is Matt. I believe he's a third-generation leather craftsman, and so he's been doing this for some time, and I think that he's probably a foremost expert on this type of stuff, especially in the powerlifting community. I've read dozens of reviews about the company, and I have not really heard anything negative other than, hey, I have to wait to get my belt and it doesn't ship out in 4 to 5 days. Well, there's a reason why it doesn't ship out in 4 to 5 days, is because they don't have these belts just sitting around in bins. I mean, it's not like Mark Bell, who has all of the straps, wraps, even the powerlifting belts that Mark Bell has. He doesn't have them, Matt doesn't have them waiting on a shelf for someone to go say, oh, well, Lex wants a 3-inch, powerlifting belt. Let's go take it off the shelf and put it in a box and send it to him. No. When you order the belt, this company, Matt and his team, they actually take a piece of leather, right, that they have. They cut it to the specifications that you give them. The same sizing. This is a medium size, so they cut it down to a medium size. If you ask them to cut it down from a 4-inch, which is the typical starting size, to a 3-inch or a 3.5, they do it, and then they start putting it together, and then they send it to you. So each belt, each one that they make, is made to order for you. And these guys are they're the legit Burger King of powerlifting equipment to me. It's have it your way. Whatever way that you think you can dream up a belt, these guys can make it work. And nothing is more prevalent than their new Pioneer cut belt, which they're starting to market right now, and that's something that you could check out on their website as well. But getting back to this belt very quickly, I went with the 3-inch 2-pronged red suede, black edging, middle medium sized belt for my size. And the break-in period on this belt was probably 2 or 3 days. And by break-in, I mean it just had to me get used to having a 3-inch instead of a 4-inch. Because when this thing came out of the box, it was already broke in. It was already just, the daggum thing is just soft, but not soft enough to where it's not like wearing a belt with your jeans type of soft. It's still going to be stiff enough that will allow you to brace against it to create a rigid trunk for squats and deadlifts that will help you lift the weight and keep you safe. It has that proper stiffness, but it has the break-in that actually allows it to be comfortable for you to wear it. Now, before I found out about this company, I thought that wearing a belt, a powerlifting belt, was supposed to be uncomfortable. I mean, powerlifting itself is an uncomfortable sport. I can't imagine anyone like Ed Cohn or Yuri Belgin or Ben Pollock sitting here telling you that powerlifting is a pleasurable experience all the time. Lifting heavy weights and putting your central nervous system in the type of stress that powerlifters do, it's painful, so it doesn't feel good. But I thought that that's what wearing a belt was supposed to be, but little did I know it's not. It doesn't have to be like that if you don't want it to be. Which this company and this belt makes it comfortable, makes powerlifting a little bit more enjoyable for me. I've been using this thing exclusively for a year and a half now, and I've really wanted to give a great review on it, but I just never had the time, so now I'm going to do it. Quick comparison, the sizing is different, and at first glance they look like they could be from the same company, right? Inzer, Pioneer, they really do look like they could be from the same company, but when you start to actually look at the belts themselves and you see the little details, the attention to details that Pioneer makes, that Inzer and I believe other companies don't actually spend a lot of time making, are they're the little things. The black edging right here, it's probably going to be really difficult to see. You probably want to go there you go, focus in a little bit. It's coming up right there. My tongue on my Inzer is legit. Let me hide my face. There you go. It is messed up. Look at that. See? It's just coming apart. And it's not comfortable to wear. That's coming apart. My General Leathercraft, on the other hand, no messing around. The lining on it is perfect. The edging is perfect. So the comfort of the belt is amazing. To me, that is the most important thing, is that it's comfortable, it does its job, allows me to brace against it hard, and I'm able to get into position and accomplish my lifts perfectly. Well, my form may not always be perfect, but I can get under the bar. And the one thing I don't have to worry about is my belt not feeling comfortable, my belt being out of position somehow, or having to shift with my belt a lot. I used to have to shift and twist a lot with the Inzer because the Inzer is a very stiff belt. This, on the other hand, get it on, buckle it, ready to rock and roll. So what makes the Pioneer belt so comfortable? I mean, it's a leather belt, and this is a leather belt. So what's the difference? Well, Matt and his guys down in Texas have this secret, and I really hope that they don't get mad at me for telling you. The secret is it's cut from one piece of leather. This belt is one piece of leather with suede sewn onto it. Now, you say, Lex, come on. One piece of leather. Everyone's belts are made out of one piece of leather, right? I mean, Inzer says on their website that this is one piece of leather. It's kind of a mistruth. And I don't want to call it a flat out lie for fear of being sued, but when you cut open the Inzer belt, you find it's not one piece of leather. It's actually a few different pieces of leather that are glued together. And Matt from Pioneer actually did a little video series on YouTube where he cut open an Inzer, he cut open a Titan, he cut open a Best Belt, and showed you what was inside of them. And what's inside of this is a thin piece of cheap leather that I believe Matt was talking about, that boots have in them, the leg, the shin piece of the boot that's stiff, that causes it to stand up and keep standing up, it's made out of that leather. So you can tear it with your hands. Okay, so the best way I can describe it is like cardboard. But I'm going to link those videos that Matt did about the other belts. So we'll link those down below. But you can tear this leather, so it's really cheap. And it's just basically a filler. And what that does is it creates that stiffness inside the Inzer that you can never break in. I've owned this thing for 6 years now, used it for 4 straight, and the last time I used it, I've used it a handful of times since I bought my Inzer, or bought my Pioneer. And the last time I used it was probably about like 3 or 4 months ago. And at 6 years old, that thing is still as stiff as it was the day that came out of the box. The Pioneer belt, on the other hand, it feels perfect. It's broken in. It fits, wraps around me perfectly. It's form fitted to me, and I feel amazing when I wear this. The belt has stayed in really good shape, as you can see. The suede isn't really faded a lot. This part has some chalk on it from when I chalk my hands up and I have to put my belt on. But everything else about this belt is perfect, and it's remained in almost pristine condition for the 1.5 years that I've owned it. And I mean, I wear this thing at least 3 times a week because I'm squatting 3 times a week, and I'm wearing it every single day when I squat. So there's that. So if you're interested in getting this belt, what you can do is you can go to GeneralLeathercraft.com, and when you go on there, you're going to go to whatever belt that you want. And I want to say that all their belts are basically the same. They're all one piece of leather. They're all going to be like this, okay? They don't just sell this 3-inch option. You actually have to get the 4-inch, and in the comment section on your order form, just ask them to cut it down to a 4-inch, and they'll be able to do that. And another great thing about this company is it has limitless customization options. Like, you could get red suede on the outside, and then on the inside of the belt you can get like purple or black or yellow or green. You can get snakeskin. You can get he's done alligator skin. I think he's done some shark, tons of different snakes. I mean, he makes these belts 100% custom for you to order. The price goes up on them. The more custom you get, the more customizations you add onto it, of course, the more expensive it's going to be. This, out the door, when I finally finished my purchase, was $119, and that was plus shipping, and it took about 6 weeks to get here because, like I said, these folks don't have it just waiting on a shelf to go grab and put in a box and ship out. It is actually something that they make 100% custom for you, the lifter. So if you're interested in a belt by them, I think you should go check them out, GeneralLeathercraft.com, and you can check them out on Instagram. Like I said, I'm going to link their webpage. I'm going to link those videos that Matt did down below. So before I go, another thing I want to talk to you guys about is if you're interested in learning about strength training, powerlifting, or if you just want to have a place where you can have intellectual discussions about different training methods, different schools of thought, whether it be about dieting, whether it be about doing sumo versus conventional, whether it be about doing RPE versus just percentage-based things, any kind of thing that you want to think about, you should check out Exodus Strength. Now, it's a weight training forum, powerlifting forum. It is www.exodus-strength.com, and you should check it out. We have tons of great things on there. We have he's an IPF world champion, Mark Toucher. He's actually doing a Q&A series with us right now where he's actually answering your questions. He owns RTS Reactive Training Systems. We actually have Jordan Feigenbaum. We have Austin Baraki. We have Leah, all those guys and gal from Barbell Medicine who stop by frequently and they answer questions, they give pointers, they give technique, they give form reviews, all these great things. We have starting strength coaches, we have prior starting strength coaches, we have CrossFit coaches, we have USA weightlifting coaches. We have all different types of coaches and people from age groups, and we have different people from who are master power lifters, who are master elite lifters. We have novice lifters, we have intermediate lifters, we have everything. It's a great community, and I think you should check it out if you guys are interested. Again, that's exodus-strength.com, and I hope that helps you guys. I hope this review kind of helps. It's my first review I've ever done, and